my name is Sneha, and today I'm going to be doing my first video in my Halloween series. Halloween and horror movies are like my favorite thing ever, so I'm so excited about this series, and I hope you guys like it too. Today, to kick things off, I'm going to be doing Carrie 1976 versus Carrie 2013. Carrie is about a girl named Carrie White, and she's an outcast by her peers and sheltered by her deeply religious mother. And on prom night, Carrie's pushed to the limit when her classmates pull an awful prank on her. The original was directed by Brian De Palma, and the newer one was directed by Kimberly Pierce. Okay, so Carrie is one of my favorite movies, my favorite scary movies of all time. I think it is because it's a scary movie with, like, emotional background. As a high schooler, you feel for Carrie, and you're like, yes, Carrie got her revenge. So it's really emotional. It's a scary movie that really has meaning to it. And when I found out that there was going to be a new Carrie, I was very excited, and I was really psyched, and like, oh yes, it's like a new way of it being reborn. But I was so disappointed. I really don't like the new Carrie. And the problems that I see with it, I have researched, and I saw other critiques, and other people felt the same way, so I'm not the only one. There was just a lot missing, and I didn't feel it in the new Carrie. My number one problem that I faced, which I saw that a lot of other people faced too, is the character choice. Chloe Grace Moretz plays Carrie, and as much as I love Chloe Grace Moretz, she was too pretty for the role. She is beautiful, and Carrie is not supposed to be beautiful. In the book, Carrie's actually supposed to be chunky with pimples, but Sissy Spacek didn't have that in the original either, but Sissy Spacek still had that creepy look to her. You know, she could really pull it off. Moretz, on the final scene, like the prom scene when she's getting picked up, she looks beautiful. She looks like prom queen. Like, I can see her being prom queen. But in the original, Spacek had that still kind of outcast look to it, and it still kind of fit. And I don't know, I just couldn't believe the whole time that everyone's being mean to such a pretty girl. One of the scenes in particular that I had a little bit of problem about was the shower scene in gym class. That scene is supposed to be such a painful scene for the person watching, you know, to feel for Carrie. In the new one, they have cell phones and they're filming and, you know, oh my gosh, it's online and stuff, which is obviously really, really painful and really bad, but what about the fact that in that position, Carrie was so scared and she was going through that? Like, what about that? Not that everyone's kind of filming her, but like, this is actually happening to her and she's so scared. I didn't feel the focus on that, more on the focus that, oh my gosh, they're filming her, they're going to put this online. Plus, did Carrie have a cell phone? Like, could Carrie tell that, you know, I don't think her mom let her have a cell phone, like, so Carrie wouldn't be able to see all this. So the pain really should have been focused on the fact that this is happening right now. She's in that shower, scared. Overall, I did feel like the movie kind of focused on all the other characters other than Carrie. It was maybe trying to mimic the book, because the book is like a lot of interviews from the different characters. I did see a lot of, you know, focus on Sue Snell and the mother other than Carrie herself. There was very limited, actually, scenes with Carrie. Considering the movie's called Carrie, I didn't like that. I mean, in the original, you know, you really do feel for Carrie, and your character is Carrie. In the new one, there was a lot about Sue Snell and a lot about her mother and stuff, and not as much about Carrie. There wasn't any horror in the new Carrie until the prom scene. Like, in the older Carrie, there was still a few, like, ooh scenes, like when, you know, like, in the principal's office, and there was still some scary scenes. In the new one, they kind of focused on the prom scene, and you could tell, because the prom scene was really elaborate. They put all their money in the prom scene. But still, it didn't get past me. I don't know, the prom scene was really violent, really rough, really, and it was at a point where I felt bad for the high schoolers and not for Carrie, because it was so violent, and then I had to, like, look back and be like, oh wait, why am I feeling bad for the high schoolers? That's how violent it was. The character of Sue Snell, which was played by Gabriella Wilde, I personally just don't like Gabriella Wilde. I don't know why, I just don't like her, so I obviously didn't like her in this movie. I didn't think she fit. She was also in Endless Love. The girl who played Chris, I don't know what her name is, but she did a pretty good job. She looked like a modern high school mean girl. She did a pretty good job. Julianne Moore she was a scary mother, yes, I will give her that. I like the original mother better, but yeah, she did a pretty good job. Chloe Grace Moretz, like, nothing, you know, I definitely think she tried her best in her acting. Definitely, I saw that she was trying, it's just that she's too pretty. That's something she can't, you know, really control. It's good. you're pretty, but she just didn't fit in this role. And Ansel Elgort, which was Sue Snell's boyfriend, he's just adorable, and I love him with all my heart, so I loved him in this movie. He was really kind of shy and cute and sweet and confused, and he was just really cute, and I really like him. So I liked him, and he was like the reason why I kept kind of watching throughout the movie. Now I'm going to get into kind of the ending of the movie, so these might be spoilers, I don't know. You probably know the story, but... So Carrie then, you know, she goes home and she bathes out the blood, which was emotional and hurtful. So that I will give that the new one did have a pretty good bathing scene that was emotional. Some things that I just didn't understand is why was the pregnancy of Sue Snell real? Like, that was like real. Like, it didn't fit in, I felt like. I don't know, I just didn't understand that. So I didn't like that. Then when Sue visited Carrie's tombstone, there was like a crack in the tombstone, which I didn't understand again. Like, what does that mean? Does that mean Carrie's spirit came out? It's always going to be there. I just didn't understand the meaning of that. Is there going to be a second one? Like, I just didn't understand what that meaning was. Something that I will give to the new one is that they did pick age-appropriate characters or actors to play the characters, which obviously the 1976 had like people that were probably in their mid-20s playing high schoolers. So this did look a little bit more realistic when they pulled out their iPhones and were filming and stuff. It did feel a little bit probably more real because these are high schoolers. To wrap up this video, I'm just going to give you guys some fun facts about the movie Carrie. First, that Carrie, the 2013 version, because Mortez was a minor while filming, she was 15 years old, I believe, many of her scenes that were filmed that had Julianne Moore talking to her were actually filmed with Kimberly Pierce, or Kimberly Pierce out of shot, just because Mortez couldn't be there more than 8 hours a day. My second fact is that to prepare for her role, Kimberly Pierce actually sent Chloe Grace Moretz to homeless shelters, you know, just to know what it feels like to kind of have a rough background and stuff, which I thought was interesting. Stephen King actually based Carrie, his novel, on two girls that he knew in high school who were very religious and social outcasts. And actually, I think they both died in their 20s, which is interesting. So that's who he based the story about. And the high school in Carrie is actually called, I think the high school in the original Carrie is actually called Norman. And it's obviously based on Norman Bates, the 1960s movie Psycho. So yeah, those are just some fun facts. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. So yes, I do think Carrie original was better than the Carrie remake, but if you didn't, and if you, tell me below which one you thought was better and why. And I hope you guys are excited for my, you know, upcoming horror videos, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! My happy little pill.